Do you have an area like this in your Minecraft world? Just something similar to this. You built a lot of buildings and different things. There's just a lot of area in the middle that just looks weird. Well, don't worry, because today I'm gonna try to transform this area right here on my Minecraft world into something very different. And I'm gonna take you with me and try to explain how I'm gonna transform this to help you with your world. Okay, so for the first thing, make sure that your area is kind of like this, with some buildings in front and some buildings in the back, because the main thing we're gonna build is a square. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to dig down in the shape of a little square here in the middle. This is going to be a little place where people can gather and hang around. Well, there are no people here, I hope not at least. But you get the point. This is based on a place in Stockholm, Sweden. And yeah, let's get digging. Okay, so this is kind of how it looks like right now. Just a little square within a square, basically. Here now I'm gonna move on to the next part, which will require a lot of materials. You can choose exactly what materials you want, but I'm gonna show you what I got just so you get an idea. And the first thing I'm gonna need to do is actually get a lot of concrete. The next thing is smooth stone slabs. I just need to make this concrete powder into regular concrete. And now I can do this. Okay, as you can see, I've now added a real outline along this square. Now I already have a much better idea of how I'm gonna do this. Let's just put these heads over here and move some of these shulker boxes. Now, as you can see, there are some cactus and bits that are sticking up because I need to replace all of these blocks on this level, which means that I'm just gonna have to remove it. Now I have a lot of stone over at my train station, well, the train station at spawn, and I'm gonna use that stone because for the actual stone part of the square I'm gonna use this kind of combination with regular stone and stone brick, and so I recommend getting stone. And a tip is to make these into slabs because you're gonna save a lot of resources and you're not gonna see any difference. Now it's just time to place these out. Look at this. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird shape. You maybe don't understand it or get it yet, but I'm sure that you'll understand what I'm thinking in a while. And also, if you think this is too difficult, I actually have the schematic of this square in the description down below if any one of you want to just copy me. Now anyway, I'm gonna need a lot of basalt to smelt that and a lot of grass. Well, dirt works too, I guess, if you get some grass so it spreads. I've got some other materials too, which I'll talk about a bit later. But now let's just place down the rest of the things on the main part of the square. Okay, it has been placed. And look, I hope you see what I was trying to do earlier. As you can see, all the grass are parts of the green spaces where I'm gonna have trees and just bushes. Down here I got the smooth basalt, but as you can see I also got some things like wood items for these pillars and benches, as well as some deep slate items. Otherwise I kept it like chiseled stone brick with the help of stone, put some lanterns and just general decorations, some staircases up here with cobblestone, and just a very clean and nice looking square. The other things you can see, like this tunnel right here, I'll get to a bit later, but otherwise this is looking good so far. I hope you agree, and if you do, please drop a like down below and consider subscribing. It means a lot. But let's move on. You might be wondering why I'm getting shears right now. Well, it's because the next item are a lot of leaves, because I want to add bushes at different places, and there are also some custom trees that need a lot of leaves. Well, I got all sorts of leaves, green leaves, no. Yeah, of course, all leaves are green. Well, for the most part, jungle leaves, oak leaves, birch leaves, acacia leaves. And while I was doing this, I also took some saplings and wood because I thought that might be in handy for later. Now I'm gonna use the oak wood that I already have. If you don't have it, you have to get it, I guess. But in order to create oak fence, as I said earlier, you can use any fences you want. But now let's craft a lot of oak wood that I'm gonna use for the custom trees. Now I got some azalea leaves, moss to make azalea saplings. I'll just sort these in some joke boxes. I need some of what these now are called. I forgot their name. I might put it on the screen. These are quite easy to get, and these I'm gonna need to use to put some lighting in the trees, and it's just an optional thing. I found some flowers from Otter's Place. I hope she doesn't mind. Got some bamboo. As I said earlier, the schematic is down below, so if you want to, you can just go in the schematic and look kind of to see what materials I used and if you have any other different ones ones you want to use in your build. Now I just got a lot of general items like glass, more fences. Oh yeah, I also need to get some dark oak wood. I forgot about that earlier. And spruce too. Now I got some special items like daylight detectors and redstone lamps. These you don't need to get, but I got them because I want to make a special kind of lamp that only turns on in the night. Some dark oak slabs. And here is a time lapse of me getting a lot of miscellaneous items. And look right here in these chests. I got a lot of stuff, including trading with villagers to get brick items, some banners, and killed some squids to get black dye. And now, as you can see in the chests, there is a lot of stuff I've gotten. But it's now time to build the rest of this main square, and then I'll explain later how my thinking process was and just how I planned this and how you can replicate it. Here's the time lapse. Quickly, let's just add some flowers here. And well, at this point, you've probably already seen a lot of this. Bone meal this. And now, look at what I've made. This just looks super good. In my eyes, at least. I hope you agree. Comment down below what you think. Park kind of thing here where you can just walk along some trees and relax. Here's some benches. The main square has a lot of stands where you can sell items. On the two sides there are some green spaces where you can also take a walk and just relax. There's the square down here. We're going to light the ender portal later. I have a bunch of these lamps everywhere that I was talking about earlier that turn on by themselves. Two fountains, and just look at the view from my presidential balcony. Now this building right here I'll explain about. It's gonna be a metro. I'm gonna do that real soon, but before we do that stuff I just want to say that you can add any building you want around here. You can add even more buildings than I was thinking, just not anything big. Just keep something in this size and do whatever you want there, just to add some extra detail. I'm gonna have this as a metro station, but you can do what you want. Now I'm gonna connect this subway or metro to my main train station, and so I just need to dig straight through here, and it's gonna go up there out on the other side. I want to spare you the details, and I hope you just enjoy this time lapse of me building this, and later I'll show you it to you. Enjoy. Okay, look here. It looks the same as earlier, but as you can see it says inbound and outbound. Here, let's just walk down here. It says outbound to railway hub. Now you just press here and you go through this decorated tunnel. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Well, now anyway, you see that there's a little tunnel where you can look out through the water. Then you get up here and we stop right here. I might as well show you the way back. You go right here, and when you come out here, you float up here and get straight out. This is super efficient and I like it. If you want to do this too, well, you can do it. Actually, it wasn't too difficult. This is how the tunnel looks, but look. Now I've connected this area from the train station and my starter base to the city via metro, but now I actually want to add a main route with the actual road. And to do this, I'm just gonna add a bunch of paths right here and then build a series of bridges. I want to spare you the details again right here with the materialist. I think it's better if you just look yourself in the schematic if you're actually interested. And let's just build this. what I've done. First of all, there's all these paths around here which look the same as the one that led to my house. Then you get to this bridge where it says you're about to cross the international border. You cross the border and now you enter the territory of Sayomina, because right now we're in her part of this. Well, we're in her territory. We left my territory. This is the most efficient way to get to my place. Here's Brian City Center and here's Sayomina's place, which is down there. Now I turn here. It says you're about to cross the border. Right here, we're back in Brian Land, which I can call this. If you have a better name suggestion, please let me know, because I'm not creative with things like that. But anyway, with that, we have finished this city right here and we've connected it. I added a bunch of grass here. I even added this little thing here. Finished that part and that part down there just to completely complete the city. I've connected this to the other part of my island with a metro and as well as an actual bridge. Yeah, I did a lot of progress and I hope you enjoyed this video. Actually, as I'm recording this is the last day of this Fractured SMP and I just managed to finish everything today. And so I've also now moved over all my items into this little shed that I built over here. I'm gonna put my lost items in a chest real soon, but first just look at this in shaders real quick. I'm gonna show you a little montage later, but otherwise let me just put my items in a chest and look off the server for the last time. I'm gonna give you a big compilation finale video later, but for now, thank you so much for watching this. I thank all my subscribers and viewers so much, because this really means a lot. We're super close to 500 subscribers. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe because I really want to hit this milestone. Thank you for watching. Peace.